Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Lispy episode. Today, I'm going to review a book that was highly, highly suggested and has so many positive reviews that I could not wait to read it. It has been on my TBR for some time. And this week, I was in a Book People Presents virtual author panel with Jewel Parker Rhodes and her daughter, Kelly by Kelly McWilliams. And it was a really, really neat author panel. In listening to it, I got a ton of books suggested to me about Black joy, about Black authors from Black with Black characters. So many great books that were suggested. And I absolutely loved this book. So one of the books, actually two of the books suggested were Jewel Parker Rhodes' new book, Black Brother, that I'm currently listening to the audiobook from Boston Public Library. And I have to tell you, so far it has been fantastic. I don't want it to end because it's really, really good. That one is about a boy whose mother is Black and their dad is white, and there are two brothers. And our main character, Dante, is dark skinned, and his brother, Trey, is white complected. So they're two brothers who have two different skin colors, and it's how Dante is treated differently than Trey because they have different skin colors, even though they're the same family. Going forward, the book that I just finished that was suggested was The Only Black Girls in Town by Brandy Colbert, and this book was amazing. I got it from Austin Public Library as an ebook, and it was fantastic. So it's about our main character, Alberta, and Alberta has two African American dads. She is also African American. She is dark skinned. She has dreadlocks, and she's so precious. They are going into seventh grade, so she's kind of a dork. She dresses, like an in-between student does. And she is the only Black girl in town up until this point. And she had a surrogate mother. And she finds out that the surrogate mother is pregnant again. And so she has to deal with the idea of her surrogate mother having another child who could kind of be her half sibling. Then Oh, and she is also a surfer, which was really cool because I really liked hearing or reading the tidbits about surfing that are thrown in. So she lives in a town called Ewing Beach in California, and a new girl moves in named Edie from Brooklyn, who is also African American. And Edie is light skinned, but she's got long, straight black hair. She dresses in all black. She wears black lipstick. She is the complete opposite of Alberta. And she moves into the B&B next door. When they move in, Edie moves into the attic of the B&B, and she finds these journals that were left in the attic over the course of a long time, a couple of years, by a woman named Constance. And Constance moved to California from somewhere in the South, we assume Alabama area. And she's writing about what's happening in the early civil rights era. So she talks about why she moved and why it's no longer safe for her to be there and why she had to move to California. She talks about leaving important people behind. She talks about her family, but she keeps talking about a secret that she has and how she can't let people find out about her secret. And so the girls continue reading the journals and they find out what her secret was. And it was really cool to see them research to find out who was this woman. And in the end, they return the journals to the family of this woman and share that secret. And they learn so much about this family and about how they came to Ewing Beach. And they learn about how being Black in the 50s, in the civil rights era, was so different from now. But it also talks about how prejudiced we still are. And I think it was really important to read this right now amongst the Black Lives Matter movement, and how we have microaggressions and how we stereotype. At one point, the girls go on the first day of school, and they walk in together, and the assistant principal says, "Oh, are you cousins?" And the girls are like, "No." And so it's things like that and how one girl is really mean to Alberta because she's Black. And it's really interesting to see the microaggressions even in young people that we see. But this was such an interesting, really neat book, and it really made me happy because of the research aspect. And there's a really cool librarian in the book. So it was really, really good. It was very rich. It was just good. I didn't want it to end because it was so much fun, but it's almost like a mystery entwined with the original story because the girls are having to find out who the woman Constance was and what happened to her. So it's really, really good. I hope you give it a chance, and I hope everyone is continuing to have an awesome summer. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and keep reading. Bye.